super excited to bring Jess from Flipside Estates to you guys today. Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for
against
coming.
your will. Jess and I go back a few years.
Just a few.
I like to say that she's a vault, so don't even try. However, she was my first RA in college, and we have some fun stories.
Yeah, we've come a long way since then, right?
Yeah, we won't say why, but we certainly have. So I think most people who follow me already probably are familiar with Flipside Estates since I love you all so much. But give us a little bit of a background on what you do.
Yeah, so we assist with downsizing needs. So that can come in a variety of ways. Sometimes people have a whole house full that needs to be emptied out and ready for the next step. But then some people might just have a very curated collection or just a small amount of items that they are trying to liquidate. So we attempt that through estate sales and online auctions and consignment. So this is actually our showroom where we feature some of those items on consignment. You're going to find things like fine art pieces, jewelry, vintage and antique furniture, collectibles, artwork, vintage clothing even. So a kind of a variety of cool things that people are interested in purchasing for their home. So besides that though, I mean, we help get the house completely cleared and ready for that next step. So if a client comes to us and they have either a loved one's home or their own home and they just need to majorly downsize, we'll do the liquidation. And then after that, we partner with St. Vincent de Paul and they deal with our donation. We get a dumpster, we clear out trash, we have a deep clean team. We pretty much do it all just to kind of get it ready for that next step. And that might be to put your home on the market or whatever might happen to the property after we come in. So
I'm a little biased, but it is a brilliant business setup. Jess and her team helped my family when my grandma passed away last year, and we truly would not have been able to handle it without them. They did every step and kept us semi-sane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we appreciate that families trust us to come in and just, take the key and just completely do the project, and they come back with a sparkling clean home and it's ready for whatever that next purpose might be. So it means a lot that we can come in with a strong team and be super organized and, people trust us with their belongings in their home and we can get that project completed for them. So.
And you're pretty darn good at it.
Well, I mean, having a really super organized team and just having the whole plan in place before we even start is, ultimately how we efficiently can get through these big, large projects oftentimes. So
Yeah.
I would say we're probably the only team in Indianapolis that can handle a project from A to Z. So, because there isn't another company that does it. So
I was going to say, I can definitely second that.
yeah.
Well, one of my favorite questions to ask our female founders is why Indiana and what keeps you here?
Yeah. I was born and raised here, basically. I grew up in a farming family on the south side of Indianapolis. I went to Center Grove. I've lived pretty much in Indianapolis between Broad Ripple and Mass Ave and downtown for the last over 20 years. So I'm pretty ingrained into the community. My friends are here. My family is here. I went to Heron School of Art and Design, so my background is in art. So we chose Fountain Square, to establish ourselves as a business because of that creative community. We just love that creative-minded, sphere of people. And, my team itself, there is made up of a lot of creative type people. So
Yeah.
Indianapolis is such a growing city. There's so much growth happening here and it has so much potential to grow even more. So I'm really excited to be part of that community and be able to provide a small business to the community where we're hiring people and building a team and helping people directly in our community. So just because I've been here for so long, I want to, make an impact in some sort of way. You get to the end of your life and you're like, what did I do? So
Yeah.
if I can help just a little bit in this world and specifically in Indianapolis, I think that is the goal. So
Yeah, and you do so much for the community, and I love how you focus on helping hire What about when you were coming up and this was just an idea in your head? I know I've gotten to have a front row seat to watch you from a couple estate sales here and there to booked out for months ahead of time now, which has been incredible.
It's been a wild ride. I 10 years ago, I would have never thought I would have been a small business owner and this is where I would be, so getting out of college and still working a serving job, and I worked for a company that was a high-end online auction company, and that's kind of where my start was from. And then, it didn't work out for them, so I literally just rolled right into this because I recognized that people really need help. The company I previously worked for, they cherry picked, they did high-end auctions, but I recognized that a lot of people need help beyond those cherry picked items. So not only do they need their things liquidated, but they need help with the whole house situation. So recognizing that and knowing that people need help with that is really how this business has grown the way it has. And literally we've pretty much had an estate sale and or an online auction every single week this whole year, maybe minus like 3 or 4 weeks. So we've just been absolutely insanely busy. So, which is good. It's a good thing, and our team is growing, and I'm excited to see how this continues down the path. So,
me too.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about people who have helped you get here and who have just provided support to keep you laughing when it's crazy like that along the way.
Yeah, I mean, reaching out and being friends with other small business owners is so important because they're really the ones that know what you're going through. Like running a small business is not easy. So I really appreciate and lean in on some friends that own businesses, like owners Jess and Jess at Zodiac Vintage, and Sierra at Market Vintage, and Tori at Satellite and Market Vintage as well. A lot of them are in this world, in this realm of reselling things and finding cool objects, but they also work really hard to make their businesses successful. So those are a few friends of mine that I just appreciate and love leaning in on.
What advice do you have for another woman coming into Indy, facing the small business scene, thinking about making the jump?
It's not going to be easy. Be patient. Really lean on your resources as far as, join some networking events or some classes on running a business in general. It's just not going to be easy. So just keep in mind there are going to be days that you might feel like giving up, but it's all worth it in the end. I started this business pretty much with a couple $1,000s, and it was just me basically, I was pretty much running the show. I was organizing the sales, I was doing the clear outs. And then over time it just started building a team, and that's where I realized I needed to invest in other people. So having employees is super important, so making sure that you're prepared for that and being able to pay them a living wage, provide a safe environment for them, and just picking the right people to get you to that next level of business ownership. So, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Where can people find you over the next couple of weeks? I know you've got a busy calendar.
Yes. We've got a couple of estate sales coming up. So this weekend we're actually in Southport. We've got a fun little mid-century honey hole. It's just a complete time capsule of mid-century era things. And we have another mid-century property up in Williams Creek area next weekend. We've got an auction coming up, an online auction. We do First Fridays here at the showroom, so we always open up this space for shopping during that time on First Fridays of every month, and feature either a pop-up artist or another community member, and then we're always selling like fun vintage things. We also pop into some retail spaces. We have booths at the Y Shop in Beech Grove. We have a booth at Yellow Moon Antiques in Mooresville, and then we also have a booth up in Noblesville Antiques on the Square. So you can find us in a lot of places, really. And then, of course, check our website out. We always have things listed on the website to purchase, too. So,
well, thank you so much for sharing with us today, and we will just keep rooting for you.
Yay, thank you.
Bye.
I appreciate you.